first carry now for Tony Pollard. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And this is the first NFL carry for the Wisconsin Badger, Jonathan Taylor. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
It's now 3rd.
Hey, Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and this definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks. You better scout them well and hit on those selections.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now an option play on 2nd down. A quick throw by Kaepernick complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
He's brought down.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Kaepernick's pass intended for...
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Yards 3. Colts, nothing.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Well, it's time to turn the page to a new era in Indianapolis as the Colts are led out for the first time by their new quarterback, the veteran Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers exchanging one shade of blue for another. How about 16 seasons with the Chargers? Totally identified with that franchise. Now we get to find out just how much life is left in that 38-year-old arm. And with the Colts, I think they'll have a great chance to establish a running game and throw the ball downfield.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Colts.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The Colt ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to try and do this himself. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A loss of 4 yards.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, first and 10. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Taylor, the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run with Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gain on the play. Brings up.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They're going option play on third down. That's out to the left and complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Colts' 47-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Colts nothing.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. That's complete to Butler. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Open man, Butler complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1-yard line.
A quick throw complete to Chark. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Kaepernick again. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
At the 18-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A throw out wide by Kaepernick is caught. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This is out quickly to the right, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And his kick is right through. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium, and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. 2 yards the loss. 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a top 3rd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
22 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 11.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle.
Good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that one will fall incomplete.
Next pass.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 14.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Josh Jones in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
A loss of 5 yards.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On third down, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
4-yard line.
Here's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tony Pollard, 65 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Devon Hamilton in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
15.
3rd and long for Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kaepernick now on 1st down. This is Butler making the catch. And he's got this down to the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Made by Bobby.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Taylor.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chason in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. After the sack on 1st down, Rivers, he's got Burton here. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Rivers, and that is incomplete.
Intended for Naheem Hines.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Rivers on 4th down. Looking deep for Hilton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. But it's going to be second down. Throwing again. Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Third down.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for only a couple.
Out of bounds at the
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Kaepernick now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Kaepernick again. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the